It's been an interesting couple of weeks, and I'm just gonna jump right into it as I greet you guys with peace and gratitude for following me. Yesterday, I had to admit and speak out loud what my current heavy fear is, and it was not easy. I have been thinking, okay, I'm stressed, I'm frustrated, I'm trying to get together, all my tasks and handle my business. Um, what's interesting about this IVF journey is that it intensifies anything and everything that's going on in my personal life, business life, everything. I mean, anytime you have something going on, it's like everything that's up under that umbrella gets dragged in. It's included. And I have been so purposefully, intently being positive and flowing that I'm sort of in this realm of denying what my flesh truth is. And the way you battle the flesh is just to stay positive and stay on task and blah blah blah. Sometimes it just don't work. Shit don't work. But I think I've been trying to remain so positive that I've been denying what I really feel. And I'll acknowledge what I feel, but I'll sprinkle positivity on top of it and realistically flow with it. I say all that to say, I was speaking with my psychotherapist and getting down to why I'm not doing things that I love so readily, why I'm taking my time with this, why am I procrastinating about that? And the depth of it was to admit what my current and long-running deepest fear is. And once I immediately spoke it, I guess I was trying to sprinkle some positivity on top of it, but what I was actually doing was shaming myself. And he stopped me, and I'm grateful that I was with him while vocalizing it, because he stopped me and he's like, okay, well, it sounds like you're shaming yourself, and what you don't want to do is, make some progress and then step on it or stomp on it. One thing about this IVF journey is that I keep meeting parts of me that are either broken or bruised, that is either broken or bruised, wounded, healing, or being steadfast, or walking in the courage, or just being a straight up rider. I'm trying to remain so close to my truth that I'm not lying to myself, and that I'm not denying what's going on. And yesterday I just had to, come forward and just admit what my fear is. And pardon me for not verbalizing it with you guys, but for me it's just it's a repetitious cycle of trying to participate in my own victory and participate in my own progress and participate in my own successes. And no matter how positive you can be positive, you can be supported by others. Sometimes you're not. Those feelings and those fears still exist. And you can righteous your way out of it. You can positive your way out of it. You can halfway talk yourself out of it. But that shit ain't going nowhere. And sometimes you can sweep it up under a rug. But for me, you know, I'm 45 years old, going on 46. And for most of my adult life, I've had this fear. And I'm trying not to live in the fear, but at the same time be positive about it and do something about it and participate in conquering that fear and not allowing that fear to be what my destiny is. And I'll be damned. You know, you try not to say things or speak things because you don't want to give them space or life or room or energy, but fuck that. If it's living inside of you, it's like, what the fuck do you do? You know, and no matter what, you know, I don't have the give up spirit. I don't have the buckle and fold spirit. You know, I'm riding all the way through this by myself, and I'm doing it regardless. You know, there's no give up in me, but it's painful and it's scary, and I can read and hear and ingest all of the platitudes, but sure as I walk and sure as I breathe, that fear sits here. And while I don't give it power, at the same time, you know, you have to be realistic about just life, period, because life happens. And I don't know how I'm going to manage this. I don't know how I'm going to keep it under control, but I will. And it hurts like a son of a bitch. I don't claim to, you know what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna handle it, but I will just do the best that I can. And as I move closer to preparing to transfer, you know, I've got tasks that I've got to do, and I've got some personal goals that I want to reach, you know, and continue, you know, as I am circling to, you know, this journey's end, which is becoming pregnant. And not necessarily the end, but just a marker. You know, I'm steadfast mentally, and I'm steadfast emotionally and spiritually. And sometimes the physical part trumps the other, and sometimes the emotional part trumps a different section. And, you know, it's a constant work. And as I do my heart work, and as I do my spiritual work and my emotional work, I keep meeting different parts of me that I have to either nurture or encourage or motivate or suppress. This is not to say that no one else can handle this. This is not to say that it's hard and it's not worth doing. Anything that you want, anything that we want to get or attain or maintain is always worth the work. But it's just very hard to admit what you fight while you're journeying. And sometimes it's like you don't want to admit it and you don't want to say it, and you know, you want to be careful who you say it to, because you don't want to hear them bullshit ass replies. Oh girl, you not, now fuck that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. I'm having a hard time, but I am going to continue to press through it. I'm hoping I don't eat my way through it. Because that's not the goal for being prepared for a transfer. I'm looking at one more round of IVF and then planning the transfer thereafter. And I can only focus on the next 6 to 8 weeks at a time. And I'm gonna do that. But in the meantime, I'm having a hard time. It's just my truth. It's just what it is. And it can't be swept up under a rug. But yep, that's what it is today. But I extend peace and gratitude to everyone. Thank you for following, and thank you for your comments and your words of encouragement. I really appreciate it. And I'll holler at y'all later.